Hi Alan, great to meet up with you on the range yesterday and do some work on your game. Just a quick recap on the main points that we covered. See a nice progression here with your swing from start to almost to the finish. This is sort of midway through your lesson. Things did get better as you went on. We just tweaked it and lengthened it a little bit and talked about some different ways of practicing. You've obviously got the still photograph of how to set the mat up when you practice. The key here really is to get you making a little bit more of a circular movement rather than a straight line swing. We've got the ball well forward in the stance at this point, club pointing a little bit left. And you see with the ball forward in the stance, the takeaway tends to be outside the line, largely due to the shoulders being a little bit too open at his rest. This middle footage, we've moved the ball back in the stance a little bit. That's all we've done at this stage, and you can see that the takeaway, albeit in a straight line, is less outside than it was based on a square of the shoulder position. Far right hand side of your screen, we've now got the ball back and we're thinking in terms of getting the hands to work in. You can see there now a much more substantial move on the inside, tracing the arc of the swing that we've put down on the mat for you using the cane. So arms in or hands in was the key thought here, and the key change that set up was to move the ball further back in the stance. The effect that has, if we look at a player who swings the club very much outside the line, the left arm's very much on the line, halfway back. With the ball moving back, we've already started to move that arm in a fraction, midway back, not a lot, but a little bit. And by the time we get over here on the far right hand side, we've got the ball back, and we're thinking of getting the hands and the arms in. And you can see there now, much better move halfway back with the hands or the shaft of the club hitting you at the base of the bicep rather than, as we see here, midway through the chest and favouring your left chest on that one. So a nice progression with the arms coming in. If we just run this through to the top of the backswing now, we can see here on the top of the backswing, not a great deal of turn, not a great deal of depth in the swing, hands hitting you through the neck. Here we now get the hands hitting you midway between your neck and your shoulder, and on this one we get the hands working up through the shoulder. Now remember, these were only sort of 3/4 swings with an A-time, but you can see the massively improved position, much more turn here on the right hand side, which is going to help you with both power and direction. From this position we're going to come back down on a very similar line, club way outside the hands. Ideally we want to hit a big slice or a cut. This one we get a little bit less outside the hands, but still too much. And on this one now, we get the club coming nicely from the inside. So a completely different position, approaching impact, which in turn will have an effect on the overall direction of the swing. So here on the left, we're going to swing quickly to the left. Arms disappearing behind the body quickly along with the club. Here we're going to swing less to the left. Club still visible by the same point in the swing, and here we're going to swing out to the right a little bit more, and you can see at that same point in the swing both the arms and the club now visible in front of you. So ideally we talked about a checkpoint for you. In your delivery position, you want the shaft of the golf club to match up with the cane that's on the floor when you set your mat up. You're going to see a massive improvement in your overall direction, a big improvement in your power, and you enjoy your golf a lot more, getting rid of that nasty cut that we've been plagued by for some years. Good luck with it, have a great Christmas, and look forward to working with you in the new year. Well done.